What's going on, guys? This is John with Gamester81.com, and welcome to my Gamester81 arcade show. This is going to be a walkthrough of the arcade section in the Midwest Gaming Classic 2014. The event was held April 12th through 13th, 2014. This is the first year I actually attended this event. Really fun. I think they anticipate over 7,000 people here total through the 2 days. And actually this event started in 2001 in Brookfield, so it's grown every year. But what I really liked about this event, this particular section of the arcade, is that they had a lot of pinball machines, which I'll show you here right now. And they also had a lot of arcades as well, which is awesome. But some of the pinball machines I'd never even seen or heard of. A lot of new companies are diving into the pinball market, which is awesome. Here's some artwork you can purchase. And it was really cool to see, there's the Wizard of Oz, which is a new pinball. Just came out recently, about a year or two ago, and that's a really cool pinball. Actually, really fun. They had a lot of trying. This is Predator. This is like I guess a really limited Predator machine. I forgot who made this, but also just came out, which is pretty awesome. So this guy was working on pinball as well. But this place was packed. As you can see, everything was set to replay, or free play rather. This is the most haunted. This is also a new pinball company. I don't remember the name of it, but they had two pinball machines. There's Galactic Pinball, a small tabletop one. And look at that Bubbles arcade, really, really tiny. There's a Neo Geo, a 1-slot, it might be a 2-slotter. Here's some more pinball machines here, some great ones. And what's funny, there's the Playboy one. What's really funny about this place, I noticed, I filmed this on the first day. I noticed the second day around, a lot of the machines, or not a lot, but there's a handful that weren't working. There's Sprint, which is an old school arcade by Atari, I believe. Here's Big Buck Hunter, Tapper, which is awesome. There is South Park, which is great, by Stern, and Shrek. I believe Shrek and South Park are actually pretty much the same game, same layout. Obviously just different themes, but they're both by Stern. I think it's the same map and layout for both pins, which is kind of odd. They had a lot of classic pinballs too, there, as you can see. And those are wacky. Those are the Gator ones. There's a small, like really small Junior Pac-Man, which is cool. But you don't really see those small versions of Donkey Kong Jr., which is cool. Here's some more classic pinball machines. Aztec. These classic ones are more wide body typically, but they're a lot of fun. I'd love to own a pinball machine someday, but they just get so expensive. It's crazy. But there's Aladdin's Castle. Here's Avatar, and there is Tron. Both new pinballs, or relatively new pinballs by Stern. Moving on, you got Metallica, which just came out, I believe, pretty new on AC/DC, and there's X-Men and Spider-Man. More Stern tables, more modern day Stern tables. CSI, based on TV show. There's Star Trek. This is a limited edition Star Trek. To the left it is also Star Trek, but more the non-limited edition, I should say. And for the most part, pretty much the same table, but the limited edition one has a little bit more things on the table. There's Centipede, which is classic Atari. There's some other more classic ones. Gottlieb and stuff like that. High Speed, which is a really fun pinball table. In Phoenix, there's Jurassic Park by Data East, or Data East, however you want to say it, but I always say Data. This is, I guess, it's a racing game. I'm not quite sure what that is, but there's Millipede, Space Invaders. Some of these were for sale. Space Attack, and Space Invaders. I can't imagine the logistics of getting all these machines here. It's pretty crazy. Some shoot 'em ups. This is more against the wall. There's R-Type. Nintendo actually published R-Type in the States. And it's been pretty much, there's for every platform. There's Fishtails, Ice Fever, and there's Terminator 2, which you can get on the pinball arcade right now on your iPad or any modern day console, which is cool. Dracula. There's Baywatch, classic show. Attack from Mars. The Elvira table. I think there were several Elviras. There's a Transformer by Stern, a fairly new one. There's Getaway. I think that might be Bally. Might make Getaway. There's Starfire. This guy was actually repairing one as I walked by. And what's really cool is a lot of kids at this type of thing, which is pretty awesome. I think kids 12 and under got in for free. There's RoboCop. The Simpsons by Stern. All these were basically donated or lent out for the weekend. And like I said before, some of these were actually for sale as well. Guild Ball. There's Creature of the Black Lagoon. Tempest. I love Tempest. It's awesome. There's a Flintstones based on the movie. I think I already walked by it, but there's one really cool one that's based on, there's a pinball machine that I absolutely loved. It was based on like a Vegas themed, and it had like a roulette table. I forgot the name of it, but it was like High Roller or something like that, but it was a freaking awesome table. I believe it was by Bally or Midway. But I spent a lot of time at that particular one. It was pretty awesome. But there's Revenge from Mars. So there's a Pinball 2000 table. There's only 2 of those created. There's that one and episode 1. And basically it makes what's so special about it unique. It's got a monitor. It makes like a 3D part of it. It was pretty cool. Another Space Invaders Killer Instinct. There's NBA Jam in the corner there. It's classic. Mace, which is a fighting, like Virtual Fighter. Another Galaga table. Or Galaga, some people say. There's Maximum Force, which isn't worked by Atari. It's a sequel to Area 51. There's a Mario Brothers. I didn't even notice the head. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Love that table. It's a wide body. And some more classic pinball machines. You know, for a while back in the 60s, pinballs were considered illegal in the States, but fortunately they passed it, so it's no big deal. There's Super Mario Brothers by Gottlieb. They have also a smaller version of that. There's another Star Trek table. Bride of Pinbot, which is a sequel of Pinbot. Rolling Thunder, classic game, ported to the NES as well. Neo Geo 4-slot. I think that was Track and Field. There is a KI2. No, that's a Gauntlet Legends tape arcade. Stargate, which is great, sequel to Defender, I believe. Mortal Kombat. Most of us know that by Midway. Classic fighter. And there's like a multicade there. And Berserk by Stern. Actually, I think Stern made Berserk, actually. They didn't make too many arcade games, but they did make a few, and that's one of them. Pac-Man, and some other ones. So this is more the arcade section here. That's Captain America, I believe, or some type of fighting game. Really cool area for sure. Pennant Fever, that's a baseball, one of those baseball games, like pinball style games, which were really popular when it came out. Another Fishtails, I believe I had walked by Fishtails before as well. There's Addams Family, the #1 selling pinball machine of all time. Came out in the 90s, very, very popular. Still goes for a lot of money. That's one reason I don't own pinballs myself, because they are a lot of money and a lot of maintenance, unfortunately. And there's Lethal Enforcers, great shooter. Street Fighter 2, of course, is classic. I don't think they ever made a dedicated Street Fighter 2 cabinet. I think all of them were conversions kits. That's what I heard anyway. But there's another Neo Geo 4-slot, Mortal Kombat, another one. Yeah, just awesome. Virtual Fighter. Revolutionized the fighting game genre for sure. Operation Wolf. And the Terminator 2. So there's some repeats, and there's another Jurassic Park. By the 80s. Love the movie. High Speed. So you can see some of them weren't necessarily working, but I'd say majority of them were. And even outside, they had some pinballs. So there's another Jurassic Park and another racer. This is, I think this is Initial D. It's a Japanese racing game. And they had tournaments too, which is really cool. So during the event, you know, they had a tournament. So they had a Metallica tournament, and they had a whole bunch of machines lined up, and whoever got the highest score would win. I'm not sure what they won, to be honest with you. And they also, the last one I'll show you is Fictive Felix, which is an arcade based on the Disney movie just came out. Thanks guys for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribing. I appreciate you guys subscribing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.